All right, let's dive into one of the heavy hitters of literature, Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness. We're not just going to skim the surface, we're going on a full psychological expedition. And our guide for this trip, 5 crucial quotes that I think really unlock the whole thing.
So, right off the bat, we got to ask the million-dollar question. What is the Heart of Darkness, really? Is it a place you can point to on a map, like the Congo? Is it a person? The whole book kind of circles around this mystery.
And here's the twist that sets up everything we're about to talk about. The Heart of Darkness isn't a location. Nope. It's a moment of discovery, a revelation about yourself and about all of us that is deeply, deeply unsettling.
So how do we get to that revelation? Here's our game plan. We'll start in Europe with what Conrad calls the Whited Sepulchre. Then we'll see just how fragile civilization really is. We'll listen in on what the wilderness is whispering. We'll face the final judgment of the horror. And then we'll bring that darkness all the way back home.
Okay, first stop. And surprisingly, our journey doesn't start in the jungle. It starts in Europe, with this idea of a whited sepulchre. It's this image of something that looks all clean and holy on the outside, but on the inside, it's just full of decay and death. Our narrator, Marlowe, finds himself in Brussels, the main office for the company that's sending him out to the Congo. And right away, something feels off. The city looks perfect, civilized, orderly, but he can just feel this rot underneath that shiny surface. And this quote just nails that feeling. He's watching these people in suits rushing around and he doesn't see progress. He sees a sepulchral city, a city of tombs. He sees people obsessed with this petty greed, a greed that's directly connected to the massive violent robbery happening thousands of miles away. Let's just focus on that word, sepulchral. He's basically saying the whole city is a tomb. Why? Because all its wealth, all its comfort, is literally built on the suffering and exploitation happening in the colonies. It's a beautiful lie hiding the ugly truth of the whole mission. So as Marlowe leaves that hollow city behind and pushes deeper into the jungle, the story kind of shifts gears. It stops being about the hypocrisy of a whole society and starts getting way more personal. It's about how fragile the human mind really is. He has this mind-blowing realization on the river. He sees the native tribesmen, and he doesn't feel superior. He feels this weird kinship. He understands that everything they are, well, it's inside him too. The same ancient, primal stuff is buried deep inside his civilized brain. And this is absolutely central to the whole book. The jungle isn't just a physical place, it's like a giant mirror. It reflects back all the hidden impulses that are sleeping inside every single person. That line between civilized and savage, turns out, it's paper thin. And there is no better example of this than the infamous Mr. Kurtz. This guy was supposed to be the best of the best, a brilliant, enlightened man bringing progress to the jungle. But, well, the wilderness started talking to him, and he listened. I mean, what a powerful image, right? The wilderness doesn't yell at you, it whispers, it seduces you. With none of society's rules to hold him back, Kurtz found these new, dark parts of himself, and instead of fighting them, he was fascinated. He wanted more. And you can literally chart his path to destruction. First, you get total isolation. No rules, no one watching. Second, you get absolute power. He's treated like a god out there. Third, well, he throws his moral compass right out the window. And finally, his soul doesn't just do terrible things, it falls in love with them. He finds a fascination in the horror. So all this leads to Kurtz's final moments. He's dying on Marlowe's boat, and after everything he's become, everything he's done, he has this one final, terrifying moment of absolute clarity. Those are his last words. Just 2 words, repeated, but they carry the entire weight of his journey. It's the absolute climax of the story. So what's the horror? It's everything. It's his final judgment on himself, his recognition of what a monster he became, but it's also bigger. It's a verdict on the whole colonial project. And maybe it's a glimpse into this terrifying, empty void at the center of the universe. It's heavy stuff. And now we come full circle. Marlowe makes it back to Europe, but he can't leave the jungle behind. He's brought the darkness back with him, because now he knows it wasn't just some strange thing that happened out there. It was a universal truth. The book ends with this unbelievable line. But here's the kicker. The narrator isn't talking about the Congo River. He's on a boat in London. He's looking at the River Thames, the heart of the British Empire. And that comparison is the final gut punch. The journey into the Congo revealed the darkness inside one man, Kurtz. But the journey into London, into civilization itself, reveals an immense darkness. Conrad's point is chillingly clear. The darkness was never out there. It's right here. It's home.
And that's the big, timeless warning of Heart of Darkness. The potential for all of it. The greed, the lies, the brutality. That darkness isn't some foreign concept we can defeat. It's a fundamental part of being human.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. If the rules of society are just a thin layer of paint, and the wilderness is always whispering, what's keeping your own heart of darkness in check?